Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing fine. I'm out for my morning stroll a little later than normal. It's just after 6. I wasn't sure if it was going to rain or not. So it looks okay for a couple hours. I noticed on the radar some clouds coming. Rainy season, but it's cooler. I love it. And I'm going to just reverse this now. I'm at the end of the road from where I usually go. I decided to venture down that way a ways, but it got pretty uninviting, if I can put it that way. Very, very poor area, and I'm not so sure that I was welcome back in there. So I won't go there again. Here's a end of the road school, a little elementary school, and I'll just progress on my way home. Goats are pretty popular here. And that's a public court. Someone's busy already. Quiet back in here. I'm at least a mile from home. You know, there's bikes coming from that area back in there. Back in these off-roads, there's all kinds of little homes, whether they're squatters or where they own. Good morning. There's some nice places too. It's a very nice place. Well, today I wanted to bring to your attention that I have made a couple of little changes as far as communication is concerned. If you plan on coming here, good morning.
Morning.
You'll want to consider a method by which you can be contacted from the United States. I know one gentleman expat who morning, who actually has retained a U.S. number and a phone and a service. And a couple of years ago, he had indicated it ran him $35 or $40 a month. Well, that is an option. What I resorted to was a service called TalkU, and there's dozens of those. It's a second number, and you can call the United States anytime for free. However, there is a monthly fee, and most are in the area of $10 a month. I was paying $9.99. I had issues with my banks and my credit cards, you name it. And I could call any time. However, it was a one-way system. If the bank had to get a hold of you, they couldn't. It would not receive text messages nor a voicemail. So it's very disappointing and not too accommodating, frankly, for 10 bucks a month. So, like a few others, I switched to Magic Jack. And now I get texts from banks. For example, for security measures, the bank will want to send you a code. Well, if your service doesn't accept it, you miss the code and you can't sign in. So there you go. Now with Magic Jack, beautiful mountains. With Magic Jack, you have no issues there. You can call out anytime. I've placed several calls. I've received text messages. Their voicemail, they use a party company, and I heard a lot of complaints about the voicemail. I have received some. You have to sign up to an app which is apparently not good, and I didn't download that app. So I'm relying on text messages and phone calls, and that suffices. For example, I had an issue with PayPal lately. I couldn't get in. They'd send me a code to a wrong number. You're going to see lots of this. Hens with little chicks. And most of those won't survive, unfortunately. But communication can be really taxing and very frustrating for you here. That is, as it pertains to getting hold of someone back home. Certainly, as I say, calling is no issue, but when they can't, when you can't get a code to finish setup or to finish just to log in, well, you're in trouble. So I stubbornly refused to go with Magic Jack initially. You know, you hear things, and I guess you're not supposed to believe half you hear. So I finally signed on, and I'm very, very happy with it. It cost me $49 a year with taxes. It equated to like $62 or something. I had to wait a long time, like over a month for it, the component itself to get to me here. But if you can pick one up there, that might be a wise thing. You can actually retain your US number if it's active. It has to be active. And that's kind of a nice thing too. You can transfer that over. It will cost you, I think it's around 20 bucks with tax, $24 or something like that. But it's a one-time thing. And it's a consideration you may have. But Magic Jack, really, I'm super satisfied with it. The issue with PayPal got resolved because I could receive a text. However, may I say that this go around, me talking on the phone through Magic Jack with PayPal and receiving the text at the same time didn't work. so I had to hang up, and then of course then they could send me a text. So that might be a negative, but I was able to communicate. They called me to make sure this phone number was working. So it's two-way, which is very, very important, because these other, like I say, there's all kinds of competition with regards to these other services that might appear cheap and good and all that, but it's one way, and it's just not going to cut it for you. You'll from experience you'll find that out quickly. Very, very frustrating when you can't get a hold of an entity in the States, whether bank or otherwise, because you can't receive their codes, etc. Magic Jack allows that. So per year, $50 versus $10 a month. What do you think? Well, let's just start. Traffic's just starting to pick up here. As I say, it's just around little after 6, not much, maybe 6:10 or so. But this road is really bustling in the daytime. Actually, 7 o'clock, 7:30, it's going to be bad. And here's a guy trying to make a living here. It's a hard life for most. Selling buns. Good morning. So that's, as far as communicating with the States, that's really important. And it is a Wi-Fi service. You need Wi-Fi, as you do with all these other services, as in TalkU, what I had. So that you have to keep that in mind. But Magic Jack is cheap, and it's very good in my experience so far. Been using it for a couple months now. I wanted to test it before I got online and promoted it, and of course I get nothing for the promotion. But my experience is that it's been beneficial. I just wanted to share that with you. Now, the other thing is communication here. Depending on the area you frequent or live in, as far as mobile service is concerned, your choices would be Smart, Globe, or Gomo, and there's one other one that I don't know of anyone who has. It's a short little name. I think it starts with O, but I've had issues with Smart. There's some areas where Smart works better than Globe. But here's a nice little setup here. Looks like a townhouse situation, top and bottom. In the shade in the morning at least, but it gets full sun noontime and on. It's cute though. Lots of vacant lots here. Now, you must understand that Gomo, I don't know how to explain it in technical terms. I'll just use the word piggyback. It piggybacks the Globe system, service, that is. So wherever Globe is good, and it happens to be the best one for around here, I use Gomo for one reason. Well, more than one reason. I love their app, and your minutes, your data, just transfers to the next month if you don't use it. It just doesn't go away. And I haven't bought load for 2 months, and I've got still all kinds of it. I do access it on occasion, almost every day, because my Globe hardwired service at home lacks. It sucks, especially in busy times like 6 in the morning and afternoon through the night. So it's just really nice to be able to switch to something that, I don't know why there should be a difference, but my prepaid Wi-Fi has full bars versus the Globe hardwire, which might be half bar or signal non-existent. Don't ask me why. They can't explain it at Globe office either. But Gomo, you can combine data. If you're running low on the Wi-Fi in the house, just switch it over from your phone data. They make it so easy. The app, like I say, is very accommodating. So that's Gomo, spelled G-O-M-O, and you never lose minutes or data. There's no time. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good.
You might consider that. So you get some of these nice places, then you get this. Not sure if half of that house is on this line and half on the other side. But roosters are predominant. They rule the roost around here. I guess I'll just go this way. Show you a little more of the variety that you'll get right in your back door. I don't drive around this way. I'm afraid of nails and stuff. Good morning. But this area, as nice and quiet as it is, as I mentioned before, it has a water problem. Water 5 o'clock to maximum 8 o'clock in the morning. The rest of the day you have zero water. So when you go hunting for a rental, flush the toilets and then run the taps and leave the taps on and see if it'll draw. Because this area right here, this whole subdivision lacks. I don't understand how some of these don't have tanks, but a lot of them do. I don't see them right here. But down that way, there's a few big buildings with water tanks. And of course, with the water tank comes a pressure tank, pump and pressure tank. And I have had no issues since the owner put that in. I have all kinds of water all day, anytime. It was very frustrating not to have water after 8 o'clock. You go for a walk and you want to come home and have a shower, and you better hurry up because water's, by that time, it's just piddling out. It's not consistent. Pressure's low. Remember, all the lines from the get-go, from that road way back there that I crossed, the busy street, half-inch line. So servicing all these, a half-inch line servicing all these homes, what do you get at the end of the road? Not much. Not much. Pressure's, I'm going to guess about 10 pounds. I don't think it's that much. Now the pressure tank from the tank system gives you 25 to 30 pounds, and that, you know, that's even on the low side as far as usage. Washing machines you should have 30 plus, and I don't think I have quite 30, but the washing machine seems to work fine, and that's it's pretty important. Otherwise, you're running to the laundry all the time. Not that it's terribly expensive; it's pretty reasonable, but It's sure handy to throw clothes in the washer and walk away and wait for the beep and go and unload and hang them up. So anyhow, I suggest at least you look into Gomo as far as local service. Wherever Globe is strong, Gomo is going to be right there.